All right, this should all work. We should all work, we should all be here. The sound should be sounding and all that jazz. Welcome in, welcome in. It is. Yes, you hear me. Good, excellent. All right, so welcome to this week's Wednesday Warble. At an earlier time that I think is going to be the regular time moving forward, at least for the next little while. And we've got a Mother's Day special. Last week I had to cancel the show and I had a selection of East Coast tunes lined up and I was going to do them this week, but then I was like, but no, I had a slate of songs that my mother likes for Mother's Day. So that's what we're doing this week, and we'll do the East Coast next week instead. So we're going to start at the beginning. Here in the beginning, the only thing that matters is now. In this hour, just be present. Don't think of what comes next. Forget what comes before. So I've got a good mix. I've got a pretty good mix of originals and covers on the list today. And if there's something on the list and you're like, no, Kyla, I don't like that song, you can let me know later. But here's a song by Don McLean that I know that my mother particularly likes. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. And now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers. stars reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue. Colors changing hue, morning fields of amber grain. Weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. And now I understand what you tried to say to me. How you suffered for your sanity. How you tried to set them free. They would not listen. They did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. They could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met, the ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn, the bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. There we go, Vincent. Vincent by Don McLean. All right, so this next one, I have to get the words up here. Hopefully this will work. So this is a co-write. This is a co-write. Hang on. I had a prompt. This is a co-write with my mother. I had a prompt, and the prompt was I get all the words here? Yeah. The prompt was knife. Write a song about a knife. And I do this like on-stream writing show on Twitch. And so I was writing the song about the knife. And hang on. There we go. Hopefully this will work. I was writing the song about a knife, and I was sitting there and I was coming up with all sorts of things, all sorts of ideas, all sorts of possibilities for the song about a knife. And at one point I said to the audience, it's a good thing Mutter isn't here today. It's a good thing my mom isn't here, because if my mom was here, she'd want me to write a song about her bone-handled butter knife. Which I guess is actually a dinner knife. Anyway. So anyway, I worked and I'd come up with all sorts of ideas, and it was Halloween and I was going to write some sort of sinister song, and then my mother showed up in the chat. And she said, oh, you're writing a song about a knife. You should write a song about my quite old, good quality, stainless steel, genuine, bone-handled knife. And then she sat there and like spouted out facts about her knife, and I wrote them all down, so I had to give her a songwriting credit. No other drawer in the house had anything in it when we moved in. The closets were empty, the cupboards were bare, the room's dark and empty. Oh, we are losing the plot. There we go. The room's dark and empty, but there in the back. I'm just going to start this from the beginning because I've gotten quite mixed up here. No other drawer in the house had anything in it when we moved in. The cupboards were empty, the cupboards were bare. steel, genuine, bone-handled knife. No other knife in the drawer can handle a turnip so well. No other knife in the drawer could separate pieces of meat from the freezer. No other knife spreads butter better. No other knife cuts through pate the same. No other knife is a pleasure to use like my quite old, good quality, stainless steel, genuine, bone-handled knife. No other knife in the drawer has such a keen and attractive blade, a tool finely crafted. But there in the back of the house down on Field Street, courtesy Southern and Richardson, Sheffield, sits a quite old, good quality, stainless steel, genuine, bone-handled knife. No other knife in the drawer could glide through a pastry so clean. No other knife in the drawer could separate slices or deli sandwiches. No other knife spreads butter better. No other knife cuts through pate the same. No other knife is a pleasure to use like my quite old, good quality, stainless steel, genuine, bone-handled knife. No other knife in the drawer. There we go. Quite old, good quality, genuine, stainless steel, genuine, bone-handled knife, which is a phrase that I find it very difficult to remember how to say. There we go. A co-write with my mother. What do we have next? Next we have a song about spelling, I think. Oh, we'll do the spelling song. We've got, actually, I feel like my mother sometimes pokes a little fun. Yeah, it was a bit choppy to get started. It was a bit choppy all the way through. I don't have the, I usually play that off a sheet of paper, and I can't find the sheet of paper, so I tried to play it off my computer, and it's not as good. I'm glad that you appreciated that. But yes, I believe it's fair to say that sometimes you poke fun at my nerdy song topics, and then by the time the song is written, you think you really like the song. And here are two of my songs that I feel have very nerdy song topics that I feel that you seem to quite like. And we all have trouble spelling. Feeling apprehensive, are there two P's in apprehensive? I dreamt last night I couldn't spell a word, or was it dreamed? I practiced recognizing uses where we opt for C's and S's and Z's in our language. I drilled those words into my senses. The pronouncer gives the word and I ask for a repronunciation. Wouldn't want to mix it up with some related word. Don't want to end up disappointed. Is that two P's, two S's, neither or both in my performance? I spell the word with bold intention. Can I get a definition? Can you use it in a sentence? I'll take this time to ponder if that root is Greek or Latin. Is it A, I, E, or U? Vowels are mystifying, C's and K's and Q's. It's all so confusing, but I worked hard and I before E. You believe in me, myself, and I don't want to leave the competition early. When I finish spelling just one N in this finish, I open my eyes to the judge's consternation. Some say yay, but most say nay. I watch my rivals spell the word in their head. I raise my hand, make my objection to the arbiter. I plead my case, or not, or though they don't arbit aggressively, I make my argument. Those double letters get me, and after much deliberation and an Oxford English consultation, the judges deem it spelled correctly. I avoid elimination. Can I get a definition? Can you use it in a sentence? I'll take this time to ponder if that root is Greek or Latin. Is it A, I, E, or U? Vowels are mystifying, C's and K's and Q's. It's all so confusing, but I worked hard and died before E. You believe in me, myself, and I don't want to leave the competition early. Right. And then on, so that's the topic of spelling. And I think you like this song because you like this song, but my mother also likes math. I like to read about math. Maybe you don't like math, but you like reading about math. Is that fair? So here's one. One of my other listeners asked me to just open a textbook, and that's fair. That's fair. One of my other listeners asked me to open a textbook and write a song from whatever page I opened it to. So my husband also likes math, and he likes reading about math, and he likes doing math. And so I opened a math textbook. I opened Elementary Number Theory by Kenneth Graham. And we opened it to zero knowledge proof, which is when you cannot prove that a thing exists, but you can prove that the proof that it exists. And math textbooks often explain their concepts through a prover and a verifier. And so they give a person with a P name and a person with a V name to tell the story. So that's where we get this song from. We found Paula in the yard, sitting underneath a tree, reading elementary number theory and some of its applications. La 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 la. We find Vince inside the house, pouring through his diary, contemplating all the aviary specimens that he has spotted. La 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 la. Let us now assume that Vince is well aware of the underlying meaning in her imperceptible glances. La 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 la. She has X but not E, X not A, and she'll never know B. That's the way things will stay, but proof exists, it's irrefutable. La 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 la. Let us now assume that Vince is well aware of the underlying meaning in her imperceptible glances. La 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 la. He knows N but not P, and he's unsure of Q. That's the way things will be. The proof exists, it's irrefutable. La 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 la. La 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 la. She knows X but not A, and she'll never know B. That's the way things will stay, but proof exists, it's irrefutable. He knows N but not P, and he's unsure of Q. That's the way things will stay, but proof exists, it's irrefutable. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Samuel, it's good to have you here. Good to have you here. We are doing a Mother's Day special today, having it been Mother's Day on Sunday, and we are singing songs that my mother particularly likes. And this is my mother here in the chat. So now we'll do a couple serious songs, and these are from my Bloom and Grow album, and they are songs that at least this one I don't sing that often, and it's just a matter of I need to memorize it. I just haven't done that, but I know that this is one that my mother likes, and my friend Orange G, sings backup and plays harmonica on the recording, and I think she likes that part of the song as well. Well, good to have you here, Samuel, and maybe you needed to catch up on that sleep. From my Bloom and Grow album. And here's the second song, and this is another one that falls in the category of, I know that I did a fair bit of work on this song on stream, and I know mom did not like it at all. She just didn't this next song that I'm about to do, thank you, she didn't like it at all. And then by the time I recorded it on the album and put it out, it totally changed her mind, and she really likes this song. So we're going to sing The Circle now, which is one of a number of songs that I wrote because I read the histories by Herodotus from cover to cover one fall. And so this is about someone about to step into the ring of single combat. Today I am drinking hot water. Hot water. We have a hot water machine, one of those little rigs that keeps your water at the same temperature throughout the day, so you can always have a cup of tea, I think is the purpose, but I just drink plain hot water. I had my morning coffee. I had both of my coffees. blood and tales to tell. We two are not so different, but it's I who will stand tall. Or perhaps I'm just some other fool bound for a cedar pyre. And I clear my mind of everything. I focus on react, focus on this moment. Been here many times before. It's I who puts my hand up. And I don't give a thought to the doubts that turn inside. Will this be the last time? Am I prepared to die? Live or die, my name will be recorded in the bard song. Live or die, my name will be recorded in the bard song. Some commend my bravery, my virtue they extol. To step into the circle, shouldering the load that holds the lives of all these soldiers and those for whom they fight. That burden doesn't touch me, I think not of them at all. I clear my mind of everything, I focus on reacting, dodge and parry blow for blow in here. I'm truly living. To grasp at immortality. Live or die, my name will be recorded in the bard's song. I will live forever when the scholars carve my name in stone. There we go. There we go. Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, I need to get apathy back in the regular. It was never in the regular set. I need to get it into the regular set. All right, now those are normally I don't know. I mean, I do different things when I put my set lists together, and I often mix the originals and covers in with one another. But we've got 3 more songs on the list today. It's 10 songs on a theme, and today the theme is 10 songs my mother likes because it was Mother's Day this weekend. And I've just, the way it worked out, I've got 3 covers to take us out. But this one requires the classical, not the classical, that's the classical. This one requires the also, yes, always considering our grammar. She has good taste. She's got good taste. I grew up in a house where lots of music was listened to, and lots of interesting and good music. So my mother's from Saskatchewan, and this is a song about Saskatchewan. This is a song by a band from Saskatchewan called Captain Tractor, but it's been covered by quite a few different people, including the Arrogant Worms and Ailstorm, who are a Scottish heavy metal band. But this is The Last Saskatchewan Pirate. Well, I used to be a farmer, and I made a living fine. I had a little stretch of land along the CP line. The times went by, and though I tried, the money wasn't there. And the bankers came and took my land and told me fair's fair. I looked for every kind of job, the answer always no. Hire you now, they'd always say, we just let 20 go. The government, they promised me a measly little sum, but I got too much pride to end up just another bum. So I thought, who gives a damn if all the jobs are gone? I'm gonna become a pirate on the river Saskatchewan. And it's a heave-ho coming down the plains, stealing wheat, barley, and all the other grains. And it's a ho, hey, farmers, bar your door. the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. Well, you think the local farmers would know that I'm at large, but just the other day I found an unprotected barge. I snuck up right behind them, and they were none the wiser. I rammed the ship and sank it and stole the fertilizer. Bridge outside of Moose Jaw spans the mighty river. Farmers cross with so much fear their stomachs are a quiver. They know the Captain Tractor is hiding in the bay. I'll jump the bridge and knock 'em cold and sail off with their hay. And it's a heave-ho coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-hey, farmers bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. Bobby chased me, he was always at my throat. He followed on the shorelines cause he didn't know a boat. But the cutbacks were coming and the Mountie lost his job, so now he's sailing with me and we call him Salty Bob. A swinging sword and skull and bones are pleasant company. I never pay my income tax and screw the GST. Sailing down to Saskatoon, the terror of the sea. If you want to reach the co-op boys, you gotta get by me. And it's a heave-ho coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-hey, farmers bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. Well, the pirate life's appealing, but you don't just find it here. I hear in North Alberta there's a band of buccaneers. They roam the Athabasca from Smith to Fort McKay. You're gonna lose your Stetson if you have to pass their way. Winter is a-comin', a chill is in the breeze. My pirate days are over once the river starts to freeze. But I'll be back in springtime, for now I've gotta go. I hear there's lots of plundering down in New Mexico. And it's a heave-ho coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-hey, farmers bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. It's a heave-ho coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-hey, farmers bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. When you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. There, that one is very fun. That one is very fun. All right, now we will stay with Canadian rivers. We're gonna stay on the topic of Canadian rivers, and of course this is well known to anyone who lived in Canada. Late 80s, early to mid 90s. There's a video on the National Film Board, I think, had a video of this, and they would play it on TV all the time. So we have a lot of rivers in Canada. Lots of trees, lots of logging. If you ask any girl from the parish around what pleases her most from her head to her toes, she'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours, but I do like to waltz with my log driver, for he goes barreling down and down the white waters. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. Log drivers waltz pleases girls completely. log driver's waltz, which is always a fun one to do. Now, and that came as again, somebody out there in the internet asked one day if I knew that one, and I was like, oh, I do know that one. I bet I can do that one. All right, so we've got our last song for today in today's Mother's Day special. 10 songs my mother likes, and this is one y'all should recognize. Hi, Samuel's mom. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Actually, happy Mother's Day to everyone who's happy Mother's Day. Mothers, not just mine. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois le vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur, pas de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, la juré pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat. And hold me fast, the magic spell you cast. This is the vie en rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see the vie en rose. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses bloom. And when you speak, angels sing from above. Everyday words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me, and life will always be the vie en rose. Quand elle me prend dans ses bras, elle me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça m'a fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur, une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat. There we go. Thank you so much, Samuel. Thank you so much. And I hope y'all enjoyed today's. If you enjoyed today's presentation, then you may thank my mother for her taste. And if you did not enjoy today's presentation, then you may curse my mother for her taste. And thank y'all for spreading the love. Yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that show. I think you've got pretty good taste. So there we have it. 10 songs for Mother's Day, and we wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And we will be back next week at this same time. I think I'm going to go with this 3:30 in the afternoon time for the YouTube show, for the time being at least. And next week I will do the 10 songs from the East Coast that I had prepared for last week that we had too many tech issues. So thank you so much, and we will see you. We will see you next time. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. And now I'm going to go over and do some songwriting.